So I already had a script for this made, but then I realized this really isn't a talk about numbers and data. This is a talk about a story of two different teachers and their effects on students, and how one was correct and one was not. So picture this. You're ready, well, you're not the best at school, but you have a plan. You want to be better. Self-improvement and all that. Yay, I guess. So you write this plan and you go for a teacher, someone to review it, someone to say, yeah, this is good, this is a plan that you should do. And you walk up, you give your little speech to them, and then they simply say one thing. No, you can't. You don't have the ability to do so. So that's not great, I think we can agree. And their only basis for their opinion is a quote. Do or do not, there is no try. See, this is a good quote when used correctly. How not to use it is by saying, if you haven't done it yet, you can't do it now, so you shouldn't even try to do it at all. That's like saying to a scientist, you haven't cured cancer, so why are you trying to do it now? So I had roughly 30 missing assignments and about a month left to do them at school. I, again, had a plan and everything written to do this. I go up, and he tells me I can't, so I didn't. I finished off that school year with a 0.8 GPA. Now, the previous year, I was sitting in the class, just not doing work. I was sitting there, looking at the page, probably in some la-la land riding a unicorn, who knows. And the teacher walks up, and within 10 minutes, I have that work done for the day, and I have a plan for that week. Do they do anything profound? No. They just talk to me about what I should do and how I should do it. Now that's how a teacher should work. Not by telling them you can't. Now, how we can achieve the first teacher is with three things. Having a connection, being supportive, and making it unique. Now with the connection part, you have to say a student doesn't really like to read, and they have autism, and they break down every time you ask them to read. With the connection with the student, you might understand they love space. So you have them read about space. And they do. They read it. They finally get the concept that a normal student would. And that's just because the teacher understood. Now, with the first teacher, she understood everything. If you had a problem, she would help you with it every step of the way. The second teacher would not. You were cutting mold for a cookie. You were supposed to be this way and this way only. And that's not how a student should be. It should be a connection with the teacher and the student. That happens. And with that connection, you could actually help with the student to get to where they need to be when they need to be it. Next is being supportive. Now, tacky as it may seem, any form of supporting a student can help. We don't know their situation. We don't know how much support they need. But again, with the connection piece, you know how much support that you should. If you don't support a student, they're not going to support themselves. And even with my experience, just the slightest bit of support can help a student get to a 2.0 instead of a 0.3 or anything below than like a 1. I don't think any of us want D's and F's, but with the support, you can get to the B's and A's. And that's how it has been for me and for others I know. Finally, making it unique. Now, this may seem overzealous to some of you, but by making it unique, there's engagement. So picture this. You're sitting in a classroom, 1,000 thoughts going through your mind, and just some little talking blurb behind you. You don't care. You get nothing from that. By making it unique, you get those students who just sit there like, yes, I understand. What are we doing? Instead, you get the students who are engaged. By making it unique, you can help those students get into what they need to learn. Like with, say, group projects. Those are, in my opinion, some of the best ways. But not just sitting there taking notes from a slide that goes by every so often, and you're like, okay, and then you go back to playing on your phone or something. By making it unique, you get the connection with the students and the support and everything that you need to help a student actually understand. See, I'm not expecting a utopia, but with this, I hope some things can happen and things can change. But I need you to help me with it. Thank you.